be the glory. Good morning. Mine is more of an acknowledgement, an appreciation that comes from the heart. Because once again, we have a model convergence program implemented in the city of Roxas with the active participation of all the members of the community. Let's give everyone a big, big hand. Allow me to start expressing our sincerest appreciation to the members of the City Poverty Reduction Action Team headed by our staunch supporter, makamasa, makaedukasyon, the Honorable Angel Alan B. Silino. You know what? We are very, very grateful because since time DepED has been established in the city of Roxas, and since time our city mayor became the chairman of the local school board and the local chief executive of the city of Roxas, he has been very supportive in advancing the cause of education in the division of Roxas City. That is something that we cannot delete, and that is something as a matter of legacy that he and we can pass on from generation to generation. Of course, to the DILG, kabay pa din na isang sala, Sir Joey, no? Taking initiative, taking the lead in guiding actually the CPROT, all the members of the CPROT, in order to come up with needs-based intervention program to address the needs of our constituents. The DILG, City of Roxas, headed by Sir Joey Roldan, and I think first appearance, public appearance of Ma'am Roel, because Ma'am Tintin was transferred to Bayon. Of course, to our CESO pushers, no? And movers. We have Ma'am Apruebo, we have Sir Jeffrey here, and according to Ma'am Beth kanina, the handsome, no? The most handsome daw, councilor. I think we also agree on that, no? The Honorable Matt Viterbo, sir. Okay. Our department heads, no? In the LGU Roxas City. Very, very supportive accountant. Ma'am Tess Bijones, si Ma'am Ruth Basas, si Ma'am Hilda Fernando, no? From the budget section. Of course, our DepED family, composed of supervisors, principals, teachers, headed by our SGOD chief, the one who presented actually the rationale of the two major BUB projects, Dr. Nerissa Vicente. Palakpak. To the teachers, students, and all the members of the Tanque National High School community, headed by Mrs. Trinidad Aquilio, the principal 4. All the members of the Barangay Tanque community, headed by their very active and supportive Barangay Captain, the Honorable Arthur Agrangeles. Kada okasyon naton, ringid dyan si Kapitan, no? Just a text away. And according to Dr. Derry, the very reason why we are here, our school children who have been considered to be our bosses, the very reason why all the teachers and DepED officials have been waking up in the morning, so early in the morning, go to the respective stations, because we have been motivated to perform our best in order to provide the best education that our school children deserve, because this is also our collective vision. Collective vision is not only the vision of DepED, but it's also the vision and mission of our local government unit headed by our able Mayor, the Honorable Angel Alan B. Silino. I mentioned earlier that this is a model convergence program. Although we can say that there are lots and lots of very socially significant programs implemented in the city of Roxas. But what seems so striking about these BUB projects is because all the members of the community converged together and decide on what's best for our school children and in fact for all the constituents, because BUB projects are not only intended for DepED, but BUB projects have been implemented to cater to the needs of other members of the community even outside of the Department of Education. What's beautiful about this is the conceptualization came from the grassroots, from the ground level. Determination of the needs of the community per agency, and the proposals were submitted to the CPROT for evaluation. And I would say we congratulate the CPROT for objectively selecting needs-based BUB projects. Ay hindi lang na how-how, hindi lang na siya sang basta-basta. For everybody's information, ang proseso medyo magata. Tanan ng agencies ng government nag-conceptualize sa ila project. Then kada isa nag-defend. Nag-defend sa project in terms of cost-benefit ratio, the impact that the project can actually give to the populace. Kag may rivalida nga man ang mugiding project. And then of the many proposed projects, the CPROT members vote for the priority projects. And we salute actually the CPROT, the City Poverty Reduction Action Team, for coming up with the process. Kung baga commendable gid ang procedure, wala ihambal nga kaya mo ning gusto sa mayor amo ni masunod. We salute the mayor for giving the CPROT members the democratic process in the selection of the priority BUB projects. And we in the Department of Education have been very, very grateful that every year, once we propose a needs-based project, or projects for that matter, the CPROT had been approving our proposed project on the basis of the presentation, considering that the impact that the projects can bring to the student populace and to the entire members of the community. By the way, basi malipatan ko papasalamat luwas sa atong kabataan ang mga ginikanan nga ari diri nga sa adlaw-adlaw nga tanan nagasuportar gid sa aton nga endeavor. Allow me to stretch my time in a number of minutes just to take up DepED programs and projects. First, again, kumbaga our hearts are overflowing with so much gladness and joy because of the support that we have been receiving from all over, especially from the city government of Roxas City. Sa local school board, for example, the bottom-up budgeting man, Sir Joey, ang gina-adapt ni Mayor Alan. Why? Because at the ground level, schools have been given the chance also to propose projects. And the city mayor, year in, year out, has been allocating not less than 5 million pesos to support educational infrastructure program of the department. And talking about DepED programs and projects, since 2016 is the most critical period for senior high school program implementation, the local school board, through the leadership of Honorable Angel Alan B. Silino, has allocated at least 2.5 million pesos for the procurement of tools and equipment considered to be small items chargeable against the local school board for the implementation of our textbook livelihood specializations in the five implementing schools, and tools and equipment for the implementation of academic strand in another 5 senior high school implementing schools. So that is how the city government has been supporting, has been pushing also for the implementation of our DepED programs and projects, aside from the fact that increasing access, quality, and relevance in education. It's good that Dr. Neri mentioned earlier that we have actually 4 new vehicles courtesy of BOB project under, of course, the leadership of Honorable Angel Alan P. Silino, because this is not a one-shot deal. Although in our proposal, we only have 2 months as implementation period, but the use of this vehicle in implementing DepED programs and projects will be continued on and on until such time that these vehicles can still be of service to our school children. Ang atong nga plano sinipart sa atong mga honorable CESO members and CPRAT members, we will continue our fight against number 1, ensuring 0% dropout rate. That's a very ambitious, very ambitious dream or target, but many of the schools and many of the principals are here have proven that it is a reality. It can happen if all the members of the community, particularly with the able support of the parents, okay, plus the implementation of our truancy policy in the school level, we can make it happen. In fact, part of the modifications which I think the CESO and the CPRAT should know is, it's not only the SARDOs that can benefit out of this project, but those who are residing from far places, talking about their home and school distance or contiguity, no? Kung masyado gikalayo, we can extend to that service. Plus, in the senior high school program, we have the immersion program. Kung sa mga college, wala OJT. No? We can also make use of the vehicle with I would say, no, with the approval of the CPRAT, to ferry or transport our immersion students from the school to their partner immersion sites. So in other words, it can have multiple use or uses that the DepEd can benefit out of this. And as mentioned by Dr. Neri, yung ALA na online, this is actually the need of the time. Why? Because we have been implementing technology integration in the classroom. 2 weeks ago, our good mayor and I discussed about expanding Open High School as a program.